production of Fox Sports.
We are Baltimore. We are Minnesota.
A drive to right. It is gone. Good call, partner.
A dramatic finish last night as the Twins finished a two-game sweep of San Diego. And it feels like summer in downtown Minneapolis, but it is fall baseball. And it's fun right now as the Twins open up a four-game series with their neighbors to the north. The Toronto Blue Jays are in town, and there's a lot to play for. For Eddie Rosario, Brian Dozier, and the rest of the Twins, they maintain their two-game lead for the second wild card spot in the American League. There is certainly a buzz at Target Field tonight. Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by State Farm. Welcome inside Target Field. Plenty of Toronto fans here to watch their baseball team, but plenty of Twins fans to drown them out. And there is a lot to cheer about lately for the Minnesota Twins. As we take a look at our series setup, they have finally figured things out at Target Field in their last 17 games. They've won 13. That's pretty cool. Inside that stretch, a 17-0 win, a 16-0 win 2 nights ago. They're finally back to 500 at 37-37. Joe Mauer has been a catalyst offensively since August the 10th. Nobody better in baseball with a .411 average. 3 more hits last night. He's up to .306 now, 6th in the American League. But if the Twins are going to win this weekend, they've got to figure out how to shut this guy down. Jose Bautista, 14 home runs in 21 games at Target Field. He'll bat fourth tonight. And he'll face a pitcher that does awfully well here in the friendly confines of Target Field. Home sweet home, Jose Barrios, Dick Bramer, and Bert Blyleven show you why he's been good here and what he needs to do to shut down Toronto tonight.
Twins baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Toyota. Tested, trusted, Toyota. Toyota, let's go places. By CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Ram. Go ahead, test our strength now during the Ram Power Days.
After one of the most dramatic wins in Target Field history tonight, the Twins open up a 4-game series against the Toronto Blue Jays. Left-hander Brett Anderson trying to resurrect his career with the Blue Jays. Jose Barrios' career just getting started for the Minnesota Twins. And we welcome you to Target Field. Dick and Bert with you for the opening game of this 4-game series. Twins have done a much better job playing in front of the home crowds here at Target Field. Some of the wins have been dramatic like last night, some not dramatic, but they are picking up a lot more wins.
Well, you know what, it just seems like at the beginning of the year they would rather go on the road than play here. But as of late, the Twins finally get back to 500 again, and you can see where they were on June 19th. 14-4, and they've taken off here at home, 10 games over 500. And isn't it nice to see, because the pitching's been better and the offense has been very, very good.
Jose Barrios wondering what all the fuss is about, because he loves pitching in this ballpark.
Well, 9 starts, 8-1, very good earned run average. Watch Barrios tonight. He's got to establish that fastball, then the good heartbreaking ball.
And the Toronto Blue Jays will be getting their first look at the talented young right-hander. The Twins hope to build some momentum after the dramatic win last night and take this series against the Jays.
On the mound for the Twins.
96 up and in. Check swing, got him.
Backdoor breaking ball.
Barrios strikes out the side. Got him looking. And he had no chance. And Barrios has matched his career high with his 11th strikeout. And Barrios charging to the mound, anxious to get this game and series started. The Twins taking on the Toronto Blue Jays, a team that they beat in Toronto 2 out of 3 just a few weeks ago. But Barrios did not pitch in that series. As I said before, he'll be making his first appearance ever against the Blue Jays. John Gibbons has seen his team fall back this year. They made the playoffs last year as a wild card team, and have had an assortment of issues this year. 10 games below the 500 mark. Here's his Menard's batting order for the opener. Richard Urania is leading off and playing shortstop for them. Josh Donaldson, Justin Smoke, Jose Bautista, Kendrys Morales, Kevin Pillar, Ezekiel Carrera, Ryan Goins, and Rafi Lopez.
And it will be Jose Barrios making his first career start against the Toronto Blue Jays. It's been hit or miss over the last 4 or 5 starts for Barrios. He's had a good one, he's had a not so good one, a good one, not so good. Well, he's coming off a very good start in his last start in Kansas City. He got a no decision, but he worked 7 innings, gave up only 2 runs to the Royals.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. A left-hander on the mound. That means Max Kepler will not start. Adrianzas in left, Rosario over and right, Buxton of course in the middle. Escobar, Polanco, Dozier, Vargas, the infielders with Mauer, the designated hitter, and Jason Castro catching again tonight. He's a young man who stepped up out of the minor leagues, and he's given the Blue Jays a bit of a spark in the leadoff spot. Troy Tulowitzki's done for the year. He's had ankle surgery, so we will get a look at through this 4-game series of from Richard Urania.
Yeah, Urania just 21 years old, just getting some at-bats here. A September call-up.
0-2. Urania never really produced much as a minor leaguer, but so far so good, hitting over 300.
Yeah, switch hitting shortstop.
And on 3 pitches, Barrios gets his night started on the right foot. 1 down.
Well, Barrios, a strikeout pitcher, averaging almost a strikeout per inning. 124 now in 131 innings pitched.
This guy's done a lot of damage against the Twins. 38 runs batted in 36 games against the Twins.
Yeah, those numbers not only coming as a Toronto Blue Jays, also as an Oakland A, where he spent 4 seasons.
Barrios with 1 down will attack Donaldson. Fastball is up, ball 1.
It will be important for Barrios to show the Blue Jays that he can throw that fastball over, especially down in the zone, and then they'll chase that high fastball. Makes his breaking ball that much better.
Missed with 94 miles per hour, missed with 96, and it's 2-0. And he sends a breaking ball over for a strike. 2-1.
Donaldson, his 3rd season with the Blue Jays. A couple years ago, the American League MVP, 3-time All-Star.
97 and upstairs. 3-1.
Didn't look like it missed by
Barrios
much. And Barrios just asked very politely, was that up?
Yeah, I think a couple of the fastballs he thought were in the strike zone.
Well, the upper part of that strike zone, but Chris Conroy, the home plate umpire, thought it was high.
I'll bring up Justin Smoke. He's having a great year for the Blue Jays. 37 home runs, 86 runs batted in.
Those numbers, career highs for Smoke. 37 home runs and the 86 runs batted in.
Caught by the shortstop Polanco. With Smoke hitting a bullet right into the shift. 2 down.
Well, as a pitcher, you know, you attack the strike zone. You hope that they swing at the first pitch and hit it at somebody. And that's exactly what Smoke did. He hit it right on the button, but Polanco right there shifting over makes the catch for the 2nd out.
And that'll bring up Jose Bautista. There's a fastball over, and we've seen Barrios Hit 96 3 times, 97 once.
Better location of that fastball. That's a good fastball down. You know, when I first came up, Dick, United had not faced a ball club and knew, I was told it's important to establish your fastball, get ahead in the count, then mix in your other pitches.
Like that. Strike 2. Paul Molitor before the game talking about Berríos, who's going through this, pitching through a full season into September in a pennant race. He's experiencing it all for the first time. He said he's learned that when he doesn't have life on his fastball, he can still be an effective pitcher. Well, he seems to have some life on that fastball tonight. That was 98. 1-2, or 0-2 rather.
You know what a difference a year makes. Berríos last year was a frustrating year for the young man, just 3-7 and 14 starts, an ERA at 8. He was 0-5 here at Target Field. You know what a turnaround. Comes into this ball game winning his last 7 games here at Target Field.
Yikes.
Nasty.
2 strikeouts and a scoreless first inning for Jose Berríos. A first impression, and Berríos made a strong one in that first inning. A couple of strikeouts, a hitless first, a scoreless first. The Menards batting order for the Twins has Brian Dozier on top, Joe Mauer batting second, Jorge Polanco, Eduardo Escobar, Byron Buxton, Eddie Rosario, Kenny Vargas, Jason Castro, and A-Ray Adrianza.
And they'll be facing Brett Anderson, making just his 4th start for the Toronto Blue Jays, his 10th start overall. He was released by the Cubs in July and then signed by the Toronto Blue Jays. Twins saw Anderson when he was with the Oakland A's.
Dozier drives the first pitch to center field, but Pilar is there to make the catch.
You know, this 4-game series, if these 2 guys play every day, Pilar and Buxton, you're going to see some guys that can cover some ground.
Like that had a chance to get to the gap, but not with Pilar out there. He anchors the outfield. Ezekiel Carrera in left, Jose Bautista in right. Donaldson, Arena, Goins and Smoke, the infielders, and Lopez behind the plate. So many great fielding center fielders in the American League. Kiermaier with Tampa Bay. Of course, Buxton with the Twins. Pilar with the Jays. Here's Mauer, and he takes ball 1. The Blue Jays have been pitching pretty well in September. A staff ERA of 2.44 so far this month in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, Anderson, 1 win, 1 loss. Very good. 3.06 ERA in his 3 prior starts. Sad part about Anderson, I remember when he came up with the Oakland A's and they thought that they found something. You know, this young man, he came up at a very young age back in 2009, just a couple 2-3 years out of high school. And then he got hurt, and basically he has spent probably more time on the disabled list than he has on the active list. A lot of different injuries, Tommy John surgery, a couple back surgeries. It's a shame because he's got outstanding stuff.
And Mauer squirts one down the left field line. He's got a hit. Carrera gets it back in, and it's a 1-out single for Mauer. 3 hits last night, and on his first swing tonight, he gets a single.
And he continues to swing a hot bat. Carrera kind of shading him that way, so you see a ball down that line, you think double. But Joe inside out swing. You can see Donaldson playing off the line. No chance, but you see Carrera right there.
The last 4 weeks or so 5 weeks, Joe's hitting over 400. Here is Polanco with a man aboard and 1 out.
Polanco, a switch hitter, hitting .255 as a right-handed hitter. 4 of his 11 home runs from this side of the plate.
Taken low, ball 1.
Scouting report on Anderson. He'll throw a fastball, 2-seam fastball, means it has some sink on it. He'll throw a slider over the curveball and a changeup.
2-0.
That was a changeup right there.
He's a Hector Santiago type to try to bring it close to home for Twins fans. Left-handers eat him up. He's a left-hander who has a terrible time getting left-hand hitters out. Lefty's hitting .423 against him, and wouldn't you know it, Mauer starts his night with a single. Here's a fly ball to center. And Pilar, about where he caught Dozier's drive, catches the fly ball for out number 2. And that'll bring up Escobar. Escobar doing a great job at third base and providing some pop as he tries to fill the void with Miguel Sano's absence. Sano was not able to do any baseball activity today. And I think the safest assumption for Twins fans to make, Bert, is let's just go with the guys who are here, and if by chance they can get something from Miguel Sano,
it's a bonus.
It's a bonus. This to right field. It'll hang in the air for Bautista.
Yeah, 3 fly ball outs.
And a single for Mauer, a scoreless first. Couple of strikeouts, touching the upper 90s with his fastball. And now he will face Kendrys Morales, Kevin Pillar, and Ezekiel Carrera.
Yeah, Morales in his first season with the Blue Jays. Of course, we saw him with the Kansas City Royals, a former Twin. He was with us in 2014.
For the last 4 months of the year, and he never really was able to produce much. And the Royals kind of took a flyer on him, thinking that, well, there's more left in there. Here's a ball hit to the left side. Infield defense has been perfectly placed here with the third baseman Escobar right where the ground ball. That was actually the shortstop Polanco making the play. 2 down.
Well, I remember Morales went when Seattle and us, and he had to get his timing back, and then he went to Kansas City, had some great years, and he's one guy I think the Royals really miss.
Had the benefit of having spring training with the Royals, something he did not have when he signed with the Twins in June. Here's Kevin Pillar with 1 gone in the second. Fouled away, 1 strike. You were of similar age to Berríos when you first came up with the Twins in 1970. The team did get into postseason play, but it was a different world back then. I mean, you were still pitching out of a 4-man rotation back then. This one looped over the head of Vargas, and a soft single to right for Pillar.
Yeah, I came up at the age of 19. Berríos 23, but almost the same thing. You know, you have to go out there. What I had the opportunity to when I was young, I got to watch Jim Perry and Jim Cott pitch
and prepare
and watch how they prepared. And Berríos, and I know he's a student of the game, he works his rear end off, but he gets to watch Santana and now Bartolo Colon, and I think we're seeing Kyle Gibson follow suit. So it's a good rotation right now, and you kind of feed off of each other.
Here is Carrera with a runner at first and 1 down.
The Blue Jays don't run a lot. They have only 15 stolen bases. They've been caught 22 times, but Pillar has 14 of the 50.
A liner right over the head of the second base umpire Jerry Meals, and Carrera backs up Pillar's single with one of his own. First and second, 1 down. Gonna bring up Ryan Goen.
Yeah, change up right there. Carrera in his 3rd season with the Jays finally getting an opportunity to play and really producing well. Wade back nice. Waded back nicely and hit it into center field.
Goen's the second baseman, the 8th place hitter. There's a fastball at 93 on the outside corner. Paul Molitor was describing, and not just for Berríos, any pitcher this time of the year, when you sense that you've lost some velocity, you need to increase your precision. Foul away. Now we've seen upper 90s, now back 93, 94, but if he can locate it, that's plenty fast.
That's more the 2-seamer. He's looking to get it down to get a ground ball right there. There's 2 types of fastballs. The fastball that the 4-seamer he can ride up and maybe get strikeouts, say letter high or above. And then there's the 2-seam fastball that, say, a Kyle Gibson has to get the ground ball.
0-2.
Yeah, head in the count right here.
It's blocked by Castro.
And as a pitcher, when you have a hard breaking ball like Berríos, you have to trust when you're ahead in the count and you throw that ball like he did right there, that your catcher will block it. So a good job by Castro.
1-2.
Berríos has had 13 double plays turned behind him, this being his 23rd start.
Breaking ball gets a lazy fly hit to center. Buxton comes in. 2 away.
Well, Berríos again mainly fastballs, 62%. Then he'll mix in that breaking ball along with the changeup. But I think we've seen him mature from last year. There's a game, I'm going to guess maybe a month and a half ago, where he threw like the first 20 pitches, he threw 13 breaking balls. And I remember Neil Allen went out there and he told Castro, whoever's catching, stay back, and he had a one-on-one conversation with Berríos about trusting his fastball.
I think the start that you spoke of was in Detroit in the middle of August. A rough outing. He's had a few of those mixed in, but he's pitched awfully well here at Target Field. Number 9 hitter Rafi Lopez in addition to the lineup. Russell Martin scratched about an hour and a half before game time. Outside, ball 1. Missing down and away. 2-0. There's Martin, who was in the original starting lineup.
Now he's had a disappointing year on a disabled list a couple times. Strained left oblique, the most recent. Then earlier he had some nerve issues in his left shoulder.
2-0 to Lopez. Wide. 3-0. Urania on deck.
You got to assume that Lopez is taking a pitch here.
And he missed wide with a fastball. A 4-pitch walk to the number 9 batter, and they're loaded up with 2 down.
Second walk for Barrios.
Urania struck out on 3 pitches. Escobar to the mound. Try to get Barrios' focus and attention. Do you like infielders coming to the mound?
No, I didn't like anybody coming to the mound, to be honest with you.
But your pitching coaches at least had the authority to do that.
More my catcher. I didn't mind my catcher coming out, you know. But not an infielder.
Urania with the bases loaded and 2 down. Breaking ball taken for ball 1. Just 27 pitches thrown, but it seems like more. Here in the second inning, a couple of 1-out singles, a 4-pitch walk, and Jays have a threat here, and this is the guy they want to get and only have to face Donaldson with men on base. Fouled away, 1-1. Barrios looking for win number 13 on the year. And now 1-2. Urania struck out on a breaking ball after Barrios set him up with 2 good fastballs. Fans were into it last night. They're into it tonight. Trying to encourage Barrios through a ragged second inning. Very high, 2-2.
Well, the swing he had at that breaking ball, you would assume that he's going to throw the breaking ball here. He does, and it's fouled off.
Contact made. 2-2. Quick first inning and a difficult second inning for Barrios.
There's a better one.
Took a little off, got the strikeout to end the inning, and the Jays leave him full in the second.
Time for our car soup scoop from the clubhouse. We'll start with Miguel Sano. Back-to-back decent days hitting the ball and batting practice in the cage, but a day off today, still sore, still no progress there. Matt Belisle, 5 outs last night. Talked to Paul Molitor. He said, listen, not a lot of pitches used. We can come back with the night. I talked to Belisle. He said he felt good, so he is an option late in this game at crunch time again. And James Rowson, beloved in the clubhouse, hitting coach for the Minnesota Twins, had a birthday earlier this week, turned 41 on Tuesday. He said one of his favorite birthdays of all time. What a gift from the team. 18 hits, 16 runs. Guys, he's still smiling about that birthday night here at Target Field.
Buxton tees off and lines a sharp single to center to start the second inning. And that'll make James Rowson feel good too. Time now for tonight's State Farm combination. And you can see what the Twins hitters, and remember, they're all in their early to mid-20s with the exception, I guess, of Dozier and Escobar. But you've got Rosario and Polanco and Buxton doing some really impressive things lately.
You know what, and these young guys, they have not faced a guy like Anderson, so they're going to look at the video and stuff like that. It's only 4 players in a lineup that has faced a left-hander Anderson. He hasn't pitched against the Twins since 2014 when he was with the Rockies.
Here's Rosario. Taking low, ball 1. Buxton studying Anderson, looking for any opportunity to steal. By now, he knows a lot about Anderson, having watched video relentlessly throughout the afternoon.
Anderson has 22 pickoffs in his career, kind of a slide step type move right there.
1-1 to Rosario. And Rosario steps back to have a word with Chris Conroy. Big leg kick and a double play grounder. And Anderson gets a big ground ball. He's a ground ball pitcher, has one of the highest ground ball rates in the major leagues, and he got one at a good time there.
Well, again, he's not overpowering. He knows he's got to hit his spots, and right there, good location, down and away, and a nice turn of the double play.
2 down, and that'll bring up Vargas. Vargas had a really good day at the plate in Kansas City the other day from the right side. Encouraging because the Twins will see a lot of left-handed pitching from here on out. They'll face another left-hander, Jay Happ, tomorrow. And Robbie Grossman due for a break. Had kind of a tough night at the plate last night. Whistled into right center field, and that's going to run to the gap. Vargas has a double. Well, Vargas in his last couple games has gotten 3 extra base hits as a right-handed batter.
Just shows how strong this man is right here, because that was a rocket that got out to the warning track very quickly. Breaking ball left up. Vargas almost left his feet right here and hit it sharply past Goins. And watch this ball just keep going all the way to the wall. By the time Pilar could get it in, it's a double for Vargas, his 12th double of the year, 3rd hit for the Twins.
And now Castro, and this figures to be a favorable matchup. We told you about Anderson and how he has struggled against left-handed hitters this year. Castro takes a ball. Castro's done very well against left-handed pitching, which is kind of odd. Castro hitting .289 against lefties. Taken for a strike, 1-1. Mentioned the Twins took 2 out of 3 in Toronto. That was towards the end of August. The Blue Jays have won 10 of the last 11 season series. The Twins hope to pick up a series win and a season series win this year. This one dribbled up the line. Castro a little disgusted with that swing. Smoke to the bag, and the Twins get a couple of hits and leave a man on. No score as we go to the 3rd.
Berrios, as I mentioned earlier, last year was a frustrating year for him. He's just getting his feet wet. Well, 6 starts here at Target Field. You can see the high earned run average, the whip, the too many walks. But what a difference a year makes. 8-1. Look at the walks per 9 innings and the strikeouts. He's just got so much more confidence, and that's good to see out of this 23-year-old.
And he'll face Josh Donaldson with the bases empty. That's, again, always a good idea. It'll be Donaldson, Smoke, and Bautista. I was talking with Paul Molitor the other day with Neil Allen, very encouraged with what he's seen from Berrios last year to this year. First pitch to Donaldson. Ball 1. I asked Paul whether what we've seen this year, this resiliency we keep talking about, this toughness, whether any of it could have been forged out of the disastrous year last year, both individually and collectively. It was a bad year across the board for the Twins. And he said, yeah, he thought some of what we've seen this year, this very competitive attitude, this resiliency, again, that word. Swing and a foul. You could imagine players going through what they went through last year and resolving to never let that happen again. And they've had some disappointing losses, and they've had some disappointing homestands and weeks.
Well, you know what? I mean, this game of baseball is such a positive game, and if you find that negative, sometimes it can eat at you. A good breaking ball right there to even the count. But sometimes, you know what, when you're having a bad year, you have a bad year, you go home that winter and maybe you start working out in January on a normal basis. Well, guess what? Some of these guys probably start working out in December, if not sooner.
3-2 now to Donaldson.
But I think you have to also look at who was with us last year. The Rosarios, the Buxton, the Keplers, the Polancos. Guys that got more at bats now. They have confidence now. And also Berrios with the innings, a little bit of innings he pitched last year.
Drop into the seat, still 3-2 to Donaldson. The learning curve is different for every player, certainly different for a pitcher than for a position player. But Berrios dominated in AAA. Remember, he wasn't with the Twins right away. And there's been a much needed boost to the rotation this year. And another foul. Donaldson walked. He was left at first base in the first inning. High fastball got him. Castro hung on to what might have been a foul tip. One away.
Well, there's that four-seam fastball that went up the ladder with him, and Donaldson, a very aggressive hitter, swings at a pitch up and in.
So Berrios missed the target by about 3 feet.
But he had something on that, and that's what you want. You can't always throw darts towards your catcher's glove. You got to make sure that you have something on that fastball, and he did. Strikeout number 4.
Smoke hit a fastball on a line right where Escobar was standing in the first inning.
He jumped on the first pitch. He takes the first pitch this time as a fastball. Smoke made the All-Star team this year for the Blue Jays, his first appearance. Came up with the Texas Rangers, also spent time in Seattle. See the numbers he had last year to this year. Wow.
Missing 2 and 1.
And a changeup missed right there.
Bautista on deck. To Hopper. Vargas is there. He can make the play himself and does. 2 away. Zubaz Palooza back on September 29th. Special ticket package includes a game ticket and your very own limited edition Minnesota Twins Zubaz pants. Take advantage of this special offer, available exclusively at twinsbaseball.com/Zubaz. Now, generally, when something is a limited edition, they number them. I wonder if these Zubas are numbered. You know, like.
Well, if you get one, I have a Sharpie.
You have to number them yourself,
yeah.
I suppose. Like number 131 of 500, which adds to its resale value.
Bautista might have held up, but that looked like a pretty good curveball.
1-0 to Bautista. Deep to right. Rosario going back and making the catch right at the base of the wall.
That's a tough catch with that limestone sticking out there.
You've seen Bautista leave the yard so many times. This time he's kept in the yard. On Fox Sports North is presented by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. No score, bottom of the third. A-Ray Adrianza leads off the third for the Twins, takes an off-speed pitch on the outside corner, strike one. Adrianza, of course, not with the organization a year ago, but boy, has he stepped in and given the Twins a lift, particularly now that Max Kepler rarely starts against left-handed pitchers, and Adrianza's hitting over 300 in that capacity as a right-handed batter and a left fielder. So the Twins have moved Rosario to right. He handles righties and lefties the same. And Adrianza out on 3 pitches, 1 down. Let's go to Kevin Gore.
All right, guys, it may not feel like it outside, but the hockey season is upon us. The 2017-18 Wild broadcast schedule was released this morning, and if you've been following along on Twitter, we've been asking fans to vote for the matchup that they're most excited to watch on Fox Sports North. We're down to the final 2 matchups right now, Wild versus Blackhawks and Wild versus defending Cup champions, the Pittsburgh Penguins. Which matchup are you most excited for? You can check it all out on Fox Sports North on Twitter. Get your votes in by 9 p.m. Guys, I'm voting for that Penguin matchup. 2-time Cup champions, best player in the world, number 87, Sidney Crosby. But we all get our own vote, don't we?
I'm a traditionalist, Kevin.
Old school.
Yeah, Wild, Blackhawks. I'll watch that any day of the week.
Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
1 strike to Brian Dozier and a big pop-up near the Twins dugout. Smoke is over. So is the catcher, Lopez, and he may have had room to make the catch if he had just gotten to the railing a step earlier.
Always a tough play. You try to find the ball and then also find that railing.
Remember the good old days when there were no railings and they just fell in the dugout?
Thank goodness of the railing. You see him feeling for the railing, but realizing that James Rowson was in the way. Nice job, nice block.
He's got Buxton in the back. And Dozier's gone on 3 pitches, 2 down. bring up Mauer.
Anderson back-to-back strikeouts
on 6 pitches. Mauer slapped a single past the third base bag his first time up.
Big slow breaking ball. Bryant swinging through it.
Over the inside corner, 7 pitches, 7 strikes. And finally a ball.
You look at Anderson, you see a little bit of Mark Burley, but at a slower pace. You know, he'll work inside, he'll throw the breaking ball, the changeup.
Rounder to second. Easy play for Goins. And a 1-2-3 third. We lost a dear person today, Peg Imhoff, who was the matriarch of the press box here at the Metrodome and at Metropolitan Stadium. Passed away at the age of 79, and she embodied everything good about this Twins organization.
Love you, Peg. You will be missed.
Far tonight, you're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm. Kendrys Morales will lead off the 4th.
The only difference is that Anderson has thrown about half the pitches that Berríos has thrown. Berríos 46 after 3 innings, and Anderson only 28.
Down and in to Morales, ball 1. Morales bounced to short his first time up. Infield pull shift on for Morales. He hit a sharp ground ball right at Polanco, the shortstop, his first time up. Inside and 2-0. For Berríos, 48 pitches, 28 strikes, a strike percentage of 58. Pilar on deck. Three 3-0. Berríos has walked a guy in the first and another guy in the second. Morales, unlike Lopez, will be green lighted here. And he hits one to left. And Adrian's is there to put it away. 1 down. Let's get the showstopper tonight from our own showstopper, Kevin Gord.
Well, thank you, sir. The showstopper takes us back to last night. Old school series like the Wild and the Hawks. We got the Dodgers and the Giants. And the Dodgers starting to come out of their slumber, and why not? They're led by Cody Bellinger. RBI triple in the first. Here's the home run into McCovey's Cove. In the 5th inning, a 2-run shot. Back-to-back wins for the Dodgers after they lost 11 straight. It has been a strange season for the Los Angeles Dodgers, but that is our showstopper in baseball.
Kevin Pillar, the batter, with one down, and this one fouled back. Now the Twins faced the Dodgers when they were playing at their peak. And as for the Twins right now, you want to draw a comp as to what the Twins are doing offensively. They're doing offensively in the last 2 months of the year what the Astros did the first 2 months. I mean, they're bludgeoning the baseball. 2 strikes. Oh, 0-2 to Kevin Pillar. Breaking ball, and he got a piece. The Indians are trailing again tonight, 2-1 to the Kansas City Royals. Royals had a 1-0 lead. The Indians tied it up right away. Now Kansas City leading 2-1 in the 6th. Cleveland going for its 22nd straight win. High fly to center. And Buxton comes in. Still coming in. 2 down. Fox Sports North is proud to partner with the Minnesota Wild and Let's Play Hockey to collect gently used hockey equipment for Twin Cities families in need. Now through Sunday, September 24th. Stop by select arenas and hockey shops throughout the metro area to donate your old hockey equipment. For additional details and drop-off locations, visit foxsportsnorth.com/events. 2 down, and now Carrera. Orioles falls behind again. Not as many first pitch strikes as Berrios would like. Lifted foul, and that'll even the count. 8 first pitch strikes so far, and 15 at bats, or 16 plate appearances. One and one. Breaking ball over first strike, 1-2.
Good pitch right there.
Missed inside. 2-2.
Strike to ball ratio not where I think Berrios wants it, but how do you stay off that pitch? Carrera took that for ball 3.
Goins on deck. Trying to get him out with off speed stuff. Missed with a fastball.
3rd walk for Berrios.
That'll bring up Goins.
You see the different pitches.
Fox transfer
high.
Fox transfer presented by Ram. Ryan Goins hit a fly ball to Buxton his first time up.
Keep an eye on Carrera. 9 stolen bases in 10 attempts.
Close at first, but he got back. Inching off of first.
A pretty good lead.
Yep.
With Berrios on a mound, there have been 5 successful stolen bases against him in 8 tries.
field line into the seats. Lost in the dramatic home run provided by Eddie Rosario last night was the fact that Jason Castro had a big throw out at second base. And that helped get the game into extra innings where the Twins won it.
That's the one that Polanco jumped up and made the quick tag of the sliding runner.
Strike to Goins. Long hold. Another foul on 2.
You know, good talk to good base runners. What they look at is that left heel, the left leg of Berríos. Once that comes up, they take off. And Berríos pretty quick as far as getting that left leg up to get to that balance point. Of course, the left leg in front right there.
High fly deep right center field. Rosario back with room. Inning over. 4 shutout innings for Jose Berríos. Mountain Dew fan of the game enjoying a Thursday night here at Target Field. With the Twins hoping to win this series, maintain at least a 2-game lead in the wild card standings over the Angels, and head out on a big road trip. Here's Polanco. Strike at the knees. Polanco had a fly to center his first time up. Then Escobar, then Buxton. 1-1.
30 pitches right now for Anderson. 21 strikes.
He's pitched 20 2/3 innings for the Blue Jays, and he's yet to walk anybody. And he's fallen behind Polanco 2-1. He's always been a control pitcher. Has always gotten ground balls. Two and 1. 3-1. Escobar on deck.
And Anderson, 29 years old. This is his 9th season in the big leagues. This is only his 125th major league start. And a lot of time on a disabled list. Back issues are the big thing.
Bautista runs and makes a nice catch. charging toward the line, 1 away, and that'll bring up Escobar. The Twins, in partnership with the Boston Red Sox, will each be donating $100,000 to the Southwest Florida community to assist with hurricane relief efforts. You can support the hurricane relief efforts in both Florida and Texas by donating online at twinsbaseball.com/hurricane relief.
Yeah, of course, both teams right there in Fort Myers that have their spring training. Very, very classy move by both organizations.
What's your update? What have you heard from the...
There's a lot of people still without power. We're without power and water at our place, so we're still waiting. FPL, the power company, is doing the best they can. A lot of people hurting down there.
2-0 to Escobar. Anderson fell behind Polanco, 3-1. Now outside 3-0.
Actually, at the CenturyLink Stadium, they are giving out water and food there to anybody that needs it.
Strike call, 3-1.
Well, you know Chad Yoder?
Yes.
Chad is down there with the Army Reserves giving out water. FEMA is in that area trying to help out.
There's a walk. The first walk issued by Anderson in 4 starts as a Toronto Blue Jay. They'll bring up Byron Buxton, who had quite a series at the Rogers Center with a couple of bunts on a Friday night, 3 home runs on a Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, breaking ball left up right there. And another breaking ball. And did they throw him another breaking ball? No, fastball. Line drive home run.
Buxton cracked a solid single to center on the first pitch he saw in his first at bat. There's a breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Byron is not taking batting practice on the field with his teammates because of his left hand injury. He's just doing some light swinging in the batting cages, trying to reduce the wear and tear and the pain in that left hand. So with that in mind, when you see Buxton bunt as he did yesterday, part of the reason is it sometimes still hurts him to swing the bat. Checked his swing, and it's 1-1. So they're modifying his prep plans before every game, just hitting off the tee and getting some flips. 1-1. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Some swings don't hurt at all, and then he'll have a swing, and maybe the last one was one that we just saw where it really bites him in the middle of that left hand. 1-2. Foul tip, and the at-bat still alive. Paul Molitor said it's one of those things that won't get better. Twins have been told it won't get any worse, but it won't get any better until he stops swinging the bat. And the Twins hope that'll be sometime in November.
Yeah, a little extra time right here. That ball got a little piece of Lopez behind the plate. Chris Conroy, the umpire, making sure that he's ready to go.
One and two to Buxton. Way inside. 2-2. Twins trying to break out on top. Scored an early run last night, held the lead till the 8th, then won it in 10. Breaking ball got him.
Strikeout number 3 for Anderson.
Rosario will bat, but not until we hear from Kevin Gore.
Yeah, guys, it's time for our AARP getting to know them, and we'll start with the hero from last night, Eddie Rosario. Nobody better than Eduardo Escobar to paint the picture. Said he's very particular about grooming that beard daily in the mirror. And it's a handsome beard at that. He loves sushi, which Eduardo kind of makes fun of because he's a big Fogo de Chao guy, but he loves that sushi. And one thing they're worried about is every other day it seems like they're looking for a cell phone. It's always gone. They're thinking about getting some sort of a leash when he travels so that cell phone can stay with him because it's always a problem.
One strike, a swinging strike to Rosario, hit into a double play his first time up. He's had some awkward swings against Anderson. Usually he's held his own against lefties. Rosario hitting .281 against lefties. Couple of home runs.
Basically everything has been away. Even that pitch he hit into a double play down and away, and Lopez sitting down and away. Good block by Lopez.
1-2.
See the hard breaking ball. Lopez utilizing his chest protector to deaden the ball. And Escobar has to stay at first.
Foul off a leg.
He came inside right there with almost a two-seam fastball that will run into left-handers. What you mentioned before, left-handers came into the ballgame hitting .423 against him.
Dribbler Anderson and the catcher. Base hit for Rosario. Lopez did what he could, but in reaching for the ball he lost his balance and ended up with a soft flip to first.
Yeah, they're going to take a look at it. You see John Gibbons holding up right here, but see almost a swinging bunt. Anderson couldn't get to it. Lopez got it, and then in his momentum just flipping it as hard as he could over to Smoke. Well, you see the foot of Rosario on the bag before the ball got in the glove. So an infield base hit for Rosario.
2 aboard, 2 out. Vargas rifled a double to right center field his first time up.
That was a heck of a try by Lopez.
And on the outside corner, strike 1. Vargas still hitting under 200 from this side of the plate, but some encouraging signs in his last couple starts. Fastball on the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Base hit getting his left-handed, or average against lefties, just over 200. Almost foul.
Anderson came up with the Oakland A's in 2009, spent 5 seasons with the A's, then 1 season with the Rockies, couple seasons with the Dodgers. Started this year with the Cubs. Cubs released him. Now he's wearing a Blue Jay uniform.
2 strikes to Vargas. That kicks away. And Lopez can't find the ball, and Escobar will go to third, Rosario to second.
That'll be a wild pitch charged to Anderson, his first in a Blue Jay uniform. Straight over the top type breaking ball. See it caromed off the right thigh area of Lopez. He can't find it. It's Anderson that has to retrieve it. Both runners advance.
Now in search of a 2-out hit. Anderson will go from the windup. Swung on and missed. Vargas strikes out. The Twins strand a pair in the 4th at the end of the 5th. Still no score.
night we had a pitcher duel between Santiago and Lamet, but here tonight it's Anderson and Berríos. Both of them have 4 strikeouts in the ball game. Both of them have pitched 4 shutout innings. Anderson's given up 4 hits and Berríos only 2.
Berríos has just given up a couple of hits, but he's walked 3. He'll face Lopez, Urena, and Josh Donaldson. Berríos just about finished with the second trip through the batting order here tonight. Lopez, the number 9 batter.
He's been able to get that first out of every inning so far.
But he's been flipping the coin with first pitch strikes.
Yeah, 9 of 18, so 50-50.
It's a coin flip, isn't it?
Yep.
Pretty much.
Yep.
And now 2-0. He walked Lopez on 4 pitches. First time he faced him. There's a ball walloped to right. And off the wall. Rosario will fire it to second. And he overshoots
someplace close to that.
And it's a leadoff double for the number 9 batter.
Well, he fell behind an account. He had to come in with a fastball, and Lopez was sitting on it. For Lopez, his first extra base hit. He had 8 singles coming into the ball game. Rosario, who has an outstanding arm, just wheels and gets that ball back in the infield.
Urena.
See if he's bunting right here, maybe toward Escobar.
Berríos has struck him out twice already tonight. There's a bunt, and Berríos looks at third, throws to first, a sacrifice, advancing Lopez to third. 108 Donaldson coming up. You can join us for an evening with Big Sexy tomorrow. You can purchase your tickets through this special ticket package. Receive a game ticket plus an exclusive Big Sexy t-shirt. Visit twinsbaseball.com/bigsexy to get your tickets today. The perfect birthday gift for someone you know who's turning 40, right? I mean, Cologne's name isn't on the jersey. It just says Big Sexy 40. Here's Donaldson. Twins playing the infield halfway in here. Real test here for Berríos. Donaldson, one of the top run producers in the league. Low, ball 1. Donaldson walked in the first, struck out in the third. Chopper, foul. Donaldson's been hurt, just 357 at bats, but he's still driven in 64 runs.
Yeah, he struck out 98 times. He's walked 71. Pretty good eye at the plate. Berríos has 4 strikeouts. The last strikeout he had was Donaldson in the 3rd inning. And that high fastball, 3-2.
I'm out in front, a foul tip, and it's 1-2.
I think they want to see the ball right there. I think the ball hit the ground.
Castro held it up after catching it, saying, hey, I caught it. It didn't hit the ground. He was trying to.
They took all the fun out of the game.
He was trying to save Major League Baseball $7.
That it? $7?
Well, they buy them in bulk,
oh,
right? I would guess the cost of teams about $7.
You try to buy a baseball nowadays,
but I'm not buying them in bulk.
That's true. Maybe you should.
1-2. Big pitch to Donaldson. Short fly ball. And the ball's going to drop. Buxton picks it up with Buxton, Polanco, and Adrianza all standing in the vicinity.
Yeah, mistake right there. Middle mistake, I think, by Adrianza. He's got to take charge. I don't think Buxton could have got there as quick as he is, but take a look right here. Polanco goes out. He's looking for help right here.
Buxton couldn't have gotten there.
See Byron not really saying anything, looking at Polanco. I can't catch it. And it falls in between them, right into the triangle.
It's a costly non-catch because it would have been the second out. Lopez would not have tagged and scored. So a run is in. There's still only one out, and now Smoke will bat. Making ball for a strike.
Kind of a gift base hit, RBI for Donaldson. He picks up his 65th run batted in.
Breaking ball, going to swing and a miss. 0-2. Get Donaldson to hit a ball that high, it should be caught. He's a dangerous hitter, and Berrios pitched him well, but now finds himself behind on the scoreboard, 1-0.
Yeah, you also have to realize, though, with his power, the outfield playing pretty deep, it just landed in no man's land.
Fastball on the outside corner, 2 down.
Smoke looking for something else, and Berrios gets that fastball over, his 5th strikeout. So after a couple breaking balls, good 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Escobar with another meeting on the mound, or behind the mound to be more accurate. Bautista hit a warning track fly ball to right as last time. Berrios struck him out his first time. You look at the average for Bautista and some of the other Toronto hitters, and the average is way down, the production's way down. Blue Jays have the lowest team batting average in the league and are last in the league in scoring runs. Who would have thought that possible? Taking low, ball 1.
I think at the beginning of the year, everybody was thinking, okay, it's going to be Boston, Yankees, and Toronto. A lot of people thought Toronto might be the sleeper, but off to having a terrible year.
Just a few years ago, hitting in the upper 200s, now the lower 200s, and he takes a strike on the inside corner, 1-1.
We showed you earlier, he has always enjoyed hitting against the Twins, especially here. 21 ball games here, 14 home runs. And a .349 batting average.
Breaking ball off the outside corner, 2-1.
Bautista in his 10th season with the Blue Jays.
Bouncer to short. Should end it. Polanco sets and flips. Inning over. But the Jays score first. 1-0 Toronto. You're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm.
Another big winner tonight in the Minnesota State Lottery winner's circle. 100 scratch-off tickets. Best looking sign I've seen all night, and there are plenty of signs around here. Happy birthday to you, the architect holding that sign. A nice birthday gift from the Minnesota State Lottery, and you've got the playoff beard going. I see the great seats tonight, but what would it be like as a Twins fan to dream about coming back maybe in October and experiencing some playoff baseball?
Well, it'd be great. I mean, I just turned 25, so I haven't been around for a championship yet. It'd be great to see a good playoff run for sure.
Love the beard. You look a lot older than 25. That's a very pungent beard.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliments on the beard. I get that a lot about being older than 25, but no, I mean it, 25.
And unfortunately, guys, there's been an injury here. The young lady in front of me, this Holly character from Owatonna, got pegged in the eye with a grape. Don't know where it came from, Bert, but she's not very happy.
Oh, good. Tell her to keep smiling. You are hereby circled, old man.
Second time in a row, Castro's tapped out on a ground ball to Smoke, one away, and now Adrianza.
Anderson doing a good job at changing speeds, using his fastball in and out. Good hard breaking ball.
We'll see more of that tomorrow from Jay Happ. Adrianza struck out his first time up. Inside ball one. We're in the 8th inning in Cleveland with the Royals leading the Indians 2-1. 2-0 to Adrianza.
Yeah, Anderson was born basically to be a pitcher. His dad, Frank, was an outstanding college pitching coach. He's now the pitching coach at Tennessee. He also was the head coach at Oklahoma State.
3-0, Dozier on deck. And a 4-pitch walk. Second walk in as many innings issued by Anderson, who had gone more than 20 innings without allowing a walk for the Blue Jays. And now Dozier. Dozier drilled the first pitch he saw to center, but it was caught by Pilar, and then Anderson struck him out on 3 pitches in the 3rd.
Anderson calling timeout, wants to tie his shoe.
Ball one. Dozier coming into the game hitting .320 against left-handers this year.
Came into the game 2 hits and 5 at-bats against Anderson, but that's a long time ago. Good stop by Lopez. Anderson making his 7th career start against the Twins, 6 of them in 6 starts, 3 wins, 3 losses. 5 of the 6 starts came when he was with the Oakland A's. Last time they saw Anderson, July 13th in 2014, when the Rockies were here, and the Twins scored 5 runs off of them in the first inning. He ended up losing 13-5.
He has delivered 6 straight balls.
Kind of looking at his finger too. I wonder if he has a blister or something that was.
He has had some blister problems this year. Swing and a miss. Got something in the low 90s, but swung through it. 2-1. Outside 3-1. Mauer on deck. Pitchers have talked about the baseball being different this year, and that's been the result has been some blister issues. Dozier takes a walk. Adrianza to second. And now Mauer singled and bounced to second. Twins have, counting tonight, 17 games left, and it seemed impossible that Joe Mauer might reach a milestone hit this year, but he's making it more realistic by getting multiple hit game after multiple hit game. He's 30 hits away from the 2,000 hit mark. Had 3 hits last night. Singled his first time up today. Strike 1. Especially given the start that he had, we all thought that milestone hit might come sometime next year. The way he's hitting.
I hope it happens this year.
It might happen this year. One strike. We're squaring the bunt in front of Donaldson, but he took it for a ball.
If it was a fastball, he probably wouldn't have tried to bunt it, but it was a breaking ball and he took it.
Well, we're singled in the first, but he doesn't have very good numbers against Anderson. And if the Blue Jays were going to give him a freebie, he was willing to take it. 2-1. Anderson walked Escobar with 1 out in the 4th. He walked Adrianza and Dozier with 1 out here in the 5th. Three and 1. Polanco on deck. So unlike Anderson to have issues with his control.
Yeah, Pete Walker right there, the pitching coach, to the left of the manager Gibbons.
And a strike. Looking back at Chris Conroy.
I thought maybe it was a bit inside. And of course, Joe, very good eye at the plate. It was inside.
Full count to Mao. There's ball 4. 3 walks have loaded them up for Jorge Polanco.
And Pete Walker, the pitching coach, out to talk to his lefty.
As dramatic as last night's win was, there was frustration building throughout the early and middle innings because the Twins had opportunities to score more than the 1 run they scored before the 10th inning. And this is another opportunity here. Bases loaded, 1 out. We'll see if Polanco can at least get the game tied. After delivering ball 4. A little twitch and a look at the fingertips.
Yeah. He's got a blister or something brewing there.
They have activity going in the Toronto bullpen now. This might be the last man Anderson faces. Polanco with a couple of outfield flies, and if it's deep enough, the Twins will take one of those right here.
And Anderson working out of the windup with 1 out.
Down low, ball 1. I think whether you pitched or not, you can imagine what Anderson's going through. The contact point that he has with the baseball is giving him some issues, and it's affecting, I'm sure, his control. A strike at the knees, 1-1.
You know, when you work out of the windup with 1 out, you can see him right there. It might have just been a wipe, but something's bothering him there. Like the pointer finger on his left hand.
A drive to left center field and down for a hit. Adrianza scores. Dozier behind him, and the Twins take a 2-1 lead.
Well, night after night, we see one of these young guys step up. It was Rosario last night. Here, Polanco got a pitch up and lined it into left center. You see Brian Dozier right there following Adrianza, and Joe Mauer hustling the 3rd.
3 really good innings for Brett Anderson. Some trouble in the 4th and all kinds of trouble in the 5th. And you got to believe it has something to do with his finger. Anderson really upset as he comes off the mound and looking at that pitching hand. Tough break for Anderson. He's had more than his share of injury issues, and now a pitching change in the 5th. 2-1. And Brett Anderson was sailing along and looking at his index finger. Gibbons trying to encourage him, but when you've dealt with all the injuries Brett Anderson's dealt with, it might seem like a nagging thing, but he's been pitching well and now has to leave this start because of a blister.
Yeah, Danny Barnes coming into the ball game, making his 55th relief appearance. He's in his 2nd season with the Blue Jays. Last year got in 12 ball games.
Here is Escobar. Walked. Got as far as 3rd base in the 4th inning. Liner to the 2nd baseman and a double play. On one pitch, Escobar hits a bullet to Goins, and the inning ends with Polanco straying too far off first. First lead as we head to the 6th inning. Sanford Health Injury Report. Hope for the Mariners, who start tonight at 500, 3.5 games behind the Twins, but tonight they get Felix Hernandez back.
Yeah, tomorrow night they'll get Paxton back, so they're going to be very careful with these guys. They're both told on 50 pitch limit.
Mariners have a lead on the Rangers 5-1 in the 5th inning.
Yeah, Hernandez on that limit worked into the 4th inning.
1-0 to Kendrys Morales. Rios has gotten him on a ground ball and a fly ball so far. Inside, now 2-0.
All right, the team just got you a couple runs. You're ahead by 1. Now you have to continue to attack the strike zone. And Rios has been falling behind on a lot of the Jay hitters.
80 pitches thrown. 3-0. Pilar on deck. A walk on the 1st, a walk in the 2nd, a walk on the 4th.
Yeah, not good strike to ball ratio.
And a 4-pitch walk, putting Morales aboard to start the 6th. Saturday on FS1, Northern Illinois takes on Nebraska. And on Fox, you'll see Ohio State take on Army, followed by the rematch 11 years in the making. Texas and USC meeting for the first time since the classic 2006 Rose Bowl. College football on FS1 and Fox, where every game is everything.
Yeah, the 4 walks by Barrios, that's a season high as far as walks in a ball game. Excuse me. He did that once before against the Astros back in late May.
Breaking ball, ball 1.
You see first pitch strikes, 11 out of 24.
High fly, deep left field. Adrianza is back on the warning track. Just enough room, one away.
Barrios has been pretty lucky here tonight. You know, Batista hit a ball to right field that almost went out. And right here, Pilar just missed a home run there.
Hit it almost as high as he did far. Here's Ezequiel Carrera, who has a single and a walk against Barrios.
Got to find that second win, get back down in that strike zone.
That'll roll to the backstop. And Morales, who needs all the help he can get advancing on the bases, goes to second on a wild pitch.
For Barrios, his 5th wild pitch of the year. Well, look at this ball break. Yeah, got big break, but not even close.
Castro's target goes right down the middle of the plate. One and 0.
I didn't mind that at all when the catcher came out.
Especially when you made him go to the backstop on the prior pitch.
Get you refocused.
Be interested as baseball tries to speed up the game, whether they limit catcher trips to the mound. It's one of the considerations. Alan Buznitz and Buddy Bouchier is warming up. 1 and 0. Swing and a miss. We've seen the fastball velocity, and you were absolutely correct in detailing the fact that he's got 2 of them. But the fastball velocity diminished from 97, 98. That one was at 91.
Well, sometimes when you're missing, you start trying to aim the ball rather than let it go. Trust your stuff.
2-1. Tying run at second. But with Morales' lack of speed, no guarantee a hit to the outfield will score him. Swung on and missed. 2-2.
Better fastball, better location. Even though it's not 96, 97, it was down in the strike zone.
Rios could use a strikeout. Breaking ball tapped. No chance for Morales to advance. 2 down.
Tell you what, somebody that threw a lot of curveballs in my career. A curveball is sometimes hard to make good contact. Even though this pitch is up, it's got a lot of rotation on it. You see Carrera right there just couldn't square up the ball with the bat. Even though it was up.
Here's Goins, a fly ball to center and a fly ball to right. Breaking ball off the plate.
He's trying to aim it right now. You can almost see him with the way he released that ball. He's just trying to aim it outside.
And now 2-0.
Action in the Twins bullpen.
Might be that 6 innings will be enough for Barrios. See if he can complete the 6th inning in this at bat. Missing wide. 3-0. Rafi Lopez on deck, and he's walked and doubled against Barrios tonight.
Well, you don't want to make a mistake right here. 3-1. Yeah, first base open. Excuse me, 3-0.
And now
Goins takes it. Yep.
Three and one to Ryan Goins. Drilled to right, a base hit. And Rosario will play it back to the infield. Morales only gaining third base. First and third, 2 down.
That's what I was talking about right there. You fall behind 3-0. Now this isn't the first or second inning. This is the 6th inning, and I think Paul Molitor smartly is going out to remove Berríos. See the 3-1 fastball right there. And luckily he hit it sharp enough that Rosario gets it back in quickly.
Well, Berríos might have a really good line here. It'll depend on Alan Buznitz coming in here. I assume it's Buznitz coming in to relieve Berríos. It is Bo Shears, the left-hander, trying to get the final out of the 6th and keep the Twins ahead 2-1. On Fox Sports North. It's presented by State Farm, here to help life go right with the home and auto protection you deserve. Twins got a couple of runs in their half of the 5th inning because of control issues for Brett Anderson, and now the Blue Jays threatening to get back into the game, maybe take the lead, because Berríos had some control problems, but Buddy Bo Shears will try to get the last out.
And John Gibbons will have a pinch hitter to face Buddy Bo Shears, is coming in for the 33rd time.
Teoscar Hernandez is going to hit with the tying run at third and 2 away.
Yeah, Hernandez new this year to the Blue Jays. He got traded over from the Houston Astros on July 31st. And Hernandez as a pinch hitter. This was his first pinch hitting performance.
Shears will try to get him, leaving the tying run at third.
Buddy fastball, curveball.
Over for strike 1. Play 1-1. Anticipate Miguel Montero to pick up the catching duties. So Martin was scratched about an hour before game time. 1-1. Half swing. 2-1.
A couple fastballs down and away.
Two and one from Boshiers to Hernandez. A breaking ball over again.
He has a lot of confidence in that breaking ball.
Two and two to the pinch hitter. Bouncer wide of third. A leadoff walk, setting the Jays up for a rally here in the sixth. Orioles almost walked Morales in the fourth inning before he swung on a 3-0 pitch and lifted a fly ball to left. He did walk him here in the sixth. Another 2-2.
Big out right here for the Twins.
Got him with a breaking ball. The follow through. Oh my. The bat from Hernandez came through and hit Castro in the back of the head. Boshiers gets the strikeout. The Jays strand two. And Jason Castro able to come off under his own power.
Right on top of the helmet.
Baseball on Fox Sports North is presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. Byron Buxton is going to lead off the sixth. We'll see if he tries to drop down a bunt single here to get the inning started. Over for strike one. Buxton, Rosario, and Vargas.
Yeah, Danny Barnes out there to start the inning. He threw one pitch last inning in relief of Anderson and got Escobar to hit it at that line drive double play.
1-1. Into the bottom of the ninth in Cleveland with Kansas City leading 2-1. A high pop up to the right side. Goins will wait a long time for it to come down. One down. And that'll bring up Rosario. Rosario's last two hits have been the long and short of it. His home run that won the game last night was measured at what, 440 feet?
419, I believe it was. Yep.
And then he got a single in the fourth inning that rolled all of about 40 feet from home plate.
I liked his follow through on that home run. He was almost in the visiting dugout.
Out of right field. That's down for a hit. And Bautista will field it. Rosario will hold up. Bautista still has a very good arm, and Rosario has his second hit. I think if they eventually put a statue of Rosario out on the plaza, hopefully after a long and successful career with the Twins, that should be the pose for the statue, kind of leaning back across the plate.
Well, very quick. You see the fastball inside. Rosario opens up quickly, and Bautista, who is shading him a little bit toward center field, gets it back in quickly.
And now Vargas, double on a strikeout as a right-handed batter. This is his best side. And he's staring at a wide open left side of the infield.
Vargas is a left-handed hitter, hitting .273, 10 of his 11 home runs from this side of the plate.
On the outside corner, good to see Jason Castro in the on-deck circle. Had some concussion issues this year, but clobbered by the bat on the strikeout. Follow through with the bat. Looks like he's fine. One strike to Vargas. There goes Rosario. Swung on and missed, and Rosario has a steal of second base.
Now Rosario getting a good jump right there, stealing his 9th base. Gets into scoring position for Vargas, and the Blue Jays want to take a look at it. Just a matter of Rosario stays on the bag or not. We've seen him go feet first, and then his momentum takes him past the bag as he's keeping his foot on the bag.
Ooh. Except for Urania trying to
knock his foot off. Yeah.
Ryan Goins, the second baseman, about 45 feet back in the outfield grass. What a pickup by Maley, the new catcher. And it's 1-2 to Vargas. Twins trying to add on runs, something they did not do in the ball game last night. Eventually the Padres tied the game in the 8th inning on a home run. And the Twins won it in the 10th. Out in front, a strikeout for out number 2.
A good changeup right there by Barnes.
We'll bring up Castro. 2018 season tickets are on sale right now. In addition to securing your spot for next season, you'll be guaranteed postseason tickets for this year if the Twins are in the postseason, and you'll also receive 4 tickets good for any remaining regular season home game this year. Don't miss an inning of postseason play and experience exclusive sweet spot benefits like 10% off food and beverage at Target Field. Check it out at twinsbaseball.com/season tickets today.
The Twins need a 2-out hit here.
Bluff throw to second. Rosario back. One and 0 to Jason Castro. So a couple of ground balls to first so far tonight. Missing inside 2-0.
Good changeup again.
3-1. Adrianza on deck.
Barnes, 27 years old, out of Princeton University, signed by the Toronto Blue Jays back in 2010. I mentioned he got a little action last year for the Blue Jays.
Kaler warming up. 3-1 to Castro. And he takes a walk to fill first base.
Another changeup.
Bring up Adrianza, who has yet to put a ball in play tonight. He has walked and struck out. Kepler's got a batting helmet on. Blue Jays have 3 left-handed relievers. Ball 1. One and 0 to A-Ray Adrianza. 2-0. We saw it last night. Rosario getting a huge secondary lead at second base. In the case of last night, he ended up scampering to third on a pitch in the dirt and then scoring on the throwing error. That's how the Twins got the first run of the game.
Ended up being a wild pitch and then the error by the catcher. Higgins. Hedges. What's it?
Hedges.
Hedges.
2-0. Strike, and it's 2-1. Indians are down to their last out. It's 2-1 Kansas City with a runner at first in the bottom of the ninth.
Could it be? Could they actually lose again?
Two and 1 to the Twins left fielder. Popped up near the tarp and out of play. 2-2. Adrianza is a right-handed batter hitting over 300 from the left side, still respectable at 258. The Twins imagine they might be getting a 220, 230 hitting utility infielder. Instead, they've got a guy hitting 273 coming into the game today, used more as a utility outfielder.
Let's see if he can get a big hit here.
Fought it off. That changeup again. Got a piece of it to keep the at-bat alive. Indians just tied the game with 2 outs in the ninth.
How about that?
Francisco Lindor with a double against Kelvin Herrera, who has been in and out of the closer's role for Kansas City, back in it tonight.
Now hopefully they have a good crowd in Cleveland.
They said they got a huge walk-up tonight, which why wouldn't you? If the weather's nice, you got a chance to watch ongoing baseball history. Crowds have been frankly very disappointing as the Indians have assembled this huge streak. Another 2-2 coming to Adrianza. Tapped foul. Another low 80s pitch. That looked more like a breaking ball.
Yeah, slider. Twins have seen the fastball, not overpowering. Low 90s, the slider, and the very good changeup by Barnes.
Up the middle, softly hit to the shortstop, And Gorena makes the play to end the inning. The Twins leave 2 aboard in the 6th. Story of the game, another pitcher's duel.
Yeah, Barrios, he pitched well first 5 innings, ran into trouble in the 6th. This is a kind of a gift base hit by Donaldson that gave the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead, but then Polanco with bases loaded thanks to a blister that Brett Anderson had. He walked 3 straight batters and set up that 2-run single by Polanco.
Situation where the Blue Jays got the run with Donaldson hitting. The infield was in and the outfield was back. Donaldson just found some outfield grass. And then Polanco himself came back to drive in 2. And now Alan Buznitz will come in for the 22nd time. Look at that whip, a sub-1 whip.
Opponents hitting only 209 off of him. 25 in the 3rd innings, only 18 hits allowed. He's walked 7. He has struck out 17. 1.78 earned run average. Buznitz with a good fastball, overpowering at times, and a very hard curveball.
Since Bartolo Colon got roughed up by the Kansas City Royals, here's what the starters have done so far. Kyle Gibson, 6 shutout innings. Irvin Santana, 6 shutout innings. The gift run that the Blue Jays got against Barrios, and that's been it. And the Twins love seeing that. They'll need more of it in the final 2.5 weeks. Here's Arena. And there's a first pitch strike.
And there's that good hard breaking ball.
What has saved this Twins season in the pitching department after the trade of Brandon Kinsler, the figurative shrug of the shoulders by guys like Buznitz and Hildenberger, who are in the big leagues for the first time and who seem to have the attitude, no big deal. The ball's the same size. It's still 60 feet 6 inches. More people around. But if I did it in the minor leagues, why can't I do it up here?
See the movie Hoosiers? Just like that.
Same thing. But that's been really, really impressive. Driven to left. Adrianza back. Makes the catch. Particularly in an organization where we've seen so many pitchers over the last 5-6 years come up here with, deer in the headlights looks and taking forever to get settled in. These guys from almost the first outing have looked like they belong here.
And they do it different way. I mean, Buznitz more of a power type pitcher, and Hildenberger, he's more of a finesse type pitcher. But they both know the importance of getting ahead in the count.
1 out now. Josh Donaldson missing ball 1. Is talking with Eddie Guardado about that, and of course Eddie the bullpen coach, and that was his strength, getting ahead. There were probably 10 closers in baseball that had better stuff than Eddie, but Eddie understood the importance of doing what Buznitz just did, throw a quality strike. That one evening the count at 1-1.
You know, and you learn that in the minor leagues, you know, to attack. And added to the coaching staff, Stu Clyburn, the pitching coach for their Stu right there, teammate of mine with the Angels. Been in baseball a long time. Good pitching coach.
2-1. I asked Eddie today whether the comparison with Matt Belisle and Mike Trombley was a good one, because Eddie pitched with Mike on some Twins teams in the late 90s. 2-1. 3-1. And he thought, yeah, that was a pretty good comparison, because Trombley too got by with marginal stuff, but he threw strikes and got ahead. And now Buznitz is behind 3-1.
Yeah, to a dangerous power hitter.
And he walked him. Donaldson has been aboard 3 times, twice with walks here, and that'll bring up Smoke. A powerful hitter from both sides of the plate.
Yeah, Smoke having a career year. A career that started with the Texas Rangers and in Seattle. And made the All-Star team this year. 37 home runs. And 30 of those from this side of the plate.
Missing a low ball 1.
That was a good breaking ball.
Castro thought they had a strike there.
Yes,
talking
for
with
sure.
Chris Conroy about that. 1-0 to Smoke. Fouled away.
Let's take a look at the first pitch right here. Breaking ball. Good pitch.
Fox Tracks presented by Carrier.
We're all human.
1-1 to Smoke. Missing inside with an off-speed pitch again. 2-1. Tapped foul. Pretty good tandem. Both of them switch hitters. And Smoke with 37 and Morales with 27. In Morales' case, recovering after a slow start this year to hit for power. Two and two. Might have been that changeup outside. Now it's 3-2 with Buznitz running into some control issues here in the 7th. He walked Donaldson. Remember Hildenberger getting loose with Bautista due up next. Driven to right center field. It's down for a hit. Rosario will get to it. Fire to second base, and the tying run now at third with 1 down.
Yeah, breaking ball left up, and Smoke hitting it sharply into right center. Donaldson hustling over to third.
Decision time. You hang with Buznitz. Do you go bring in Hildenberger? Breaking ball right down the middle. And it'll be Hildenberger coming in with the Jays threatening. Bouchier's got an awfully big out to get the Twins off the field in the 6th. And now Hildenberg will be asked to get 2 of them here in the 7th. That the Twins weren't interested in bringing him in here just so he could hit here full time.
Again, coming into this ball game, a .349 hitter for Bautista. 14 home runs, 23 runs batted in 21 games he's played here at Target Field. And so far tonight, he's 0 for 3. He and Encarnacion, they were a tandem that seemed to just punish the Twins pitching staff.
In the 3 games in Toronto, Trevor Hildenberger did not face Jose Bautista.
Trevor making his 31st relief appearance. He worked in yesterday's ball game. Worked an inning and a third. He gave up the home run to Hedgers. That tied the game in the 8th inning.
Bautista tonight, a warning track fly ball, a strikeout, and a ground out. Tying run at third. 1 down. Over for a strike. And Trevor Hildenberger's had a great impact on this team by, I guess you'd have to say, pitching backwards. His first responsibility is to establish his changeup.
Let's see if they can get a ground ball right here.
0-2. Sometimes with right-handed batters and with 2 strikes, he's raised his arm angle and shot a low 90s fastball down over the plate. Oh, 2 to Bautista. Changeup taken low. One and 2. Got him.
And Bautista way out front of that changeup. So Hildenberger comes in, picks up a big strikeout for the 2nd out. Pulled the string, and you see the drop on that changeup. Bautista, a big strikeout. 155th time he has struck out this year. And Neil Allen out to talk to Hildenberger.
The base is open, but it's second base. Morales faced Hildenberger in Toronto, and Hildenberger struck him out. Hildenberger had a couple of good innings in Toronto. Didn't give up a hit.
And Taylor Rogers getting loose.
Morales has gotten an awful lot of big hits against the Twins since leaving the Twins too, so they're strategizing here.
There's Sue Nelson doing her thing. Always smiling. That away, Sue.
You a keyboardist? Did you ever take piano?
No, wish I had, but never did. Yourself?
No. Here's Morales. Blue Jays left runners at first and third in the 6th. Hildenberger trying to strand them at first and third in the 7th. Down and away, ball 1. Saw the splits. Hildenberger's been very effective against left-handers. Pilar's a right-handed batter on deck. 1-0. Neither of the first 2 pitches close to being a strike.
And Castro sitting off the plate on both those pitches, creeping outside.
Two 2-0 to Morales.
Castro again going outside.
Hildenberger's got pretty good control, but he hasn't come close to throwing Morales a strike. And Morales walked his last time up, had a 3-0 count in the 4th, swung away and hit a fly ball to left. That floats over the outside corner. Twins playing the infield kind of honest for Morales. They've shifted him before, but 2 infielders on each side of the second base bag.
Yeah, Morales, a guy that uses the whole field.
Now 3-2.
Even that pitch right there was up and away, is like to drive it out to left center.
Runner at first will go. And Hildenberger wants to talk it over.
I think when Neil Allen went out there, it was Castro that was doing most of the talking. So they have a game plan right here. We'll see what they try to do.
Full count to Kendrys Morales. Went over the top and got him. He went over the top with a fastball and clipped the knees.
What a job.
Hildenberger comes in and gets the second and third outs via strikeout. By T-Mobile, Avisail Garcia 5 hits, including a home run, continuing the Tiger free fall apparently toward last place. There's only a game separating the White Sox and Tigers now. Aaron Judge with a big game, and the Orioles' flickering playoff hopes may have flickered out tonight. And Zach Godley with 8 innings of really good ball, and Arizona with a win over the Rockies. Well, you could see during the conversation that Hildenberger and Castro had afterwards, Hildenberger pawing the dirt.
It's the only one that he threw like that.
Right.
In that bat against Batista, he never showed that. In the 5 pitches prior to Morales, he never showed the fastball. Everything was off speed, and then he snuck the fastball by him. That was good pitching right there.
Morales is a veteran hitter, and you could tell he wasn't ready for that pitch from that arm angle. We'll see if the Twins can add on here. Twins fans were biting their nails last night about this time. It's a 2-1 lead. Dozier will lead things off.
A new pitcher, Tom Kohler, coming into the ball game, making his 10th appearance with the Blue Jays, coming over from the Miami Marlins.
Breaking ball on the outside corner.
Those are his numbers overall with the Miami Marlins and the Blue Jays.
Oh, and 2 to Dozier.
2 good curveballs.
2 strikes to Brian Dozier. In the dirt.
Kohler, 31 years old with the Marlins, pitched 4 years with the Marlins, excuse me, 5 years with the Marlins. Did some starting for them. Now in the bullpen.
And now 2-2. Dozier, Bauer, and Polanco here in the Twins' 7th. Jay Bruce just hit a double, and the Indian winning streak is 22. And unlike the first 21, this one had some drama at the end. The Indians have been winning handily. A walk-off win for number 22. 3-2 to Dozier. And we were talking about the Orioles playoff hopes flickering. For Kansas City now, 4.5 games behind the Twins and no head-to-head matchups left. It was 0-2, now it's 3-2. Soft tapper. Donaldson has to hurry out of the glove to the hand. Dozier is out. A close call at first.
Very nice play by Donaldson. The exchange between glove and hand very quick, and a good hard throw over to first base. Smoke. Almost like a swinging butt, and then a bang bang play at first. Whoa.
I don't think are going to challenge it because it one of those that could have been called either way. And since it was called out, the Twins will let it ride. Here's Mauer. Joe with a single in the first. An important walk in the 5th that loaded the bases in front of Polanco's 2-run single. Over the outside corner, strike 1. Astros and Angels going to the 2nd inning, scoreless. Ricky Nolasco pitching for the Angels. Mike Fiers, who had to make the start yesterday for Lance McCullers Jr., was slapped with a 5-game suspension today, in which he's not appealing for throwing the ball, a pitch, over the head of Luis Valbuena. It missed him by about 5 feet, but it was that high, trying to send a message to Valbuena after his bat flip. He had homered against Fiers before and flipped his bat. Fiers took exception to it, threw it to the backstop over his head, and got slapped with a 5-gamer. 2-1 to Bauer. 2-2. Hits are even at 6 apiece. Blue Jays got a 1-run single. The Twins got a 2-run single. All that coming in the 5th inning. And now 3-2 to Mauer. Count ran full to Dozier before he tapped out. Polanco on deck. Right to the second baseman, Goins. 2 down. And we'll bring up Polanco. You can experience what it's like to be a Minnesota Viking as you run out the tunnel and conquer the field Saturday, September 16th. It's the TCO Vikings 5K as you and your friends finish on the 50-yard line of US Bank Stadium. Post-race, runners can tour the Viking locker room, get autographs from Vikings legends. For details, visit foxsportsnorth.com/events. Polanco drove in the 2 runs with a single in the 5th inning. Outside, ball 1. Twins at one point were 10 games below 500 at home. Their overall record is 7 games above 500. That matches their high water mark. They've never been 8 games over yet this year. 2-1.
Boy, Kohler throws a lot of breaking balls. Former starter, now in the bullpen of the Jays. He made 1 start earlier for the Blue Jays, 12 for the Miami Marlins. Those did not fare very well. 1-5, an ERA at almost 8. Another big, slow curveball.
Or did miss. It's 3-1. Told you that the Blue Jays overall have pitched well with a September ERA at 2.44. The Blue Jay bullpen's been even better than that. Driven deep to right, but it's got some hook on it. And it's 3-2.
Well, fastball in, and Polanco just opened up quickly. Hit that ball a long way, but foul. Kohler won't be throwing that pitch again.
This one down the line. It may stay fair. Foul.
And he threw it again.
And Paul Molitor is going to ask for a crew chief review, perhaps. When you hit it that high and it goes over the foul pole, they are going to review this. This one had altitude and cleared the pole. Well, it looks like it's foul, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, right there. That angle right there.
I don't know where the camera is, whether that's
right.
It's pretty close to being down the line. And so this is not a challenge. This is a crew chief review. And I don't know that they're going to be able to see anything from any angle that's going to overrule the foul call.
I'll tell you what, that almost looked like Rosario's home run.
That was a hesitation, at least for me. I don't know about you. We knew when Rosario hit the thing last night, it had plenty of distance. Well, where would it go in relation to the foul pole? Technology, as it's introduced even further into the game, I would imagine. Foul ball. I would imagine we will have like a laser beam or something that will shoot up above the foul pole and be able to find out whether a ball intersects it, whether it's on one side of the beam or the other. The foul ball call stands, and Polanco's gaining on it. First one was about 30 feet foul. That one was about 3 feet foul.
Let's see if Kohler tries it again. Try to sneak that fastball by him. Going back inside.
And he took ball 4.
Yeah, breaking ball this time.
Forget who it was set up, but it was said trying to get a fastball past him was like sneaking the sunrise past a rooster. A 2-out walk, and now Escobar will bat. Escobar with a walk, lined into a double play as last time, also a fly out to right. We would expect Polanco to take off here.
Yeah, Twins probably know already how quick Kohler is toward home plate. Polanco with 10 stolen bases on the year and 15 attempts.
Left-hander Tim Meza warming up. Down on the dirt. Houston's gotten a couple of second inning runs on the Angels, and Ricky Nolasco. I'll bet a home run was involved. Your record is safe, but Ricky's given up a bunch of them.
Wow. I think what they should do is the innings pitched, then times that. But my record will hold. Nobody's going to do that.
Nobody's going to pitch the innings.
No.
No home runs allowed? Huh. 1-0. Polanco doesn't go. Escobar takes a strike. 1-1. I should mention that Angels got Ricky Nolasco. They also got Alex Meyer. He's going to have shoulder surgery that's going to put him on the shelf through next year.
Ball a little bit high.
One to Escobar. Half swing, but strike two. Each team's had a chance to score some runs here from the 5th inning on. Twins had 2 runners aboard in the 6th. Left them there.
See if they stay with a fastball or throw Escobar something down. Nope. Got underneath
short center, and Polanco around second. Pilar comes in and makes the catch to end the inning. On to the 8th in a 1-run game.
Their 4-game series tonight over at Target Field. I'm Anthony LaPanta inside Mall of America studio. The teams are back at it tomorrow night. Join Hanny and the Reverend Tim Laudner tomorrow night at 6:30 for Twins Live before the Twins and Blue Jays play the second of 4 at Target Field. First pitch tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. Now let's go back to the ballpark,
where the Twins are clinging to a 2-1 lead. Jorge Polanco's 2-run single, the only run-producing hit for the Twins. He's got a great relief work from Buddy Boshears to clean up the 6th, Hildenberger in the 7th, and now Kepler is in right, and Rosario, as you saw, is back over in left. Hildenberger came in and struck out Bautista and Morales, and he delivers strike 1 to Kevin Pillar. We talked about it during the road trip. Not only has Hildenberger provided ability, Tapper to third, foul ball. but he has provided durability. Hildenberger pitched last night, an inning in a third, actually gave up the game-tying home run in the 8th. But you look at his outings, and more often than not, they're more than an inning long.
Yeah, and that's nice to have. 19 pitches in last night's ball game.
1-2. Pilar, Carrera, and Goen scheduled. Strong and missed. And you see that a lot. Right-handed batters falling to a knee, swinging at that changeup.
Well, he's faced 3 batters. He has struck out all 3 so far.
It'll be just 1 inning worth of work.
Well, watch that changeup right there. Great location too. So a great job by Trevor Hildenberger.
3 strikeouts. He got the Twins out of a jam in the 7th. Tonight's Coors Banquet timeless moment from 1989. Jeff Reardon becomes the first pitcher ever to record at least 30 saves in 5 consecutive seasons with a save, ironically, over the Blue Jays.
The Terminator, Jeff Reardon.
Good to see Jeff this summer for the 30th reunion of the '87 World Championship team.
And Taylor Rogers coming into the ball game. He worked a third of an inning in yesterday's ball game, making his 64th relief appearance. He's been very durable out there too, all season long. Got a switch hitter, or excuse me, a pinch hitter for Carrera.
1 down. Refsnyder.
Yep, Refsnyder, Rob Refsnyder.
Over the outside corner, 1-1. Carrera had gone 1 for 2 with a walk.
Dylan G warming up.
Might be some 8th inning insurance. Check swing. And no appeal to Ryan Blackney. We were told Matt Belisle would probably be ready to go. At least that was the assumption at 4 o'clock this afternoon. So 3-1. G warmed up. He would have pitched the 11th inning if we ever got there, but Rosario made sure we didn't last night.
Refsnyder traded over from the Yankees.
Sliders, Turley, Tonkin all out there. Checked his swing, and it's ball 4. Well, Rogers issues a walk to the first batter he faces. Tonight's big story, of course, at Progressive Field. The crowd at just over 30,000. Lindor with the Indians down to their last strike, and Alex Gordon couldn't make the play. Gonzalez scoring the tying run, and then the Indians won it on a Jay Bruce double in the 10th. And the streak lives on.
Tell you what, that's a good trade for them, getting Jay Bruce. He's a professional hitter.
They're 31-5 since they got him. Now closer to home, the Rays, thanks to another walk, are in business here with the tying run at first and one down. Darwin Barney is the batter. Dozier smothers out there, relay double. Oh, Vargas can't hang on to the ball. Polanco's throw pulled Vargas kind of off the bag. He was unable to field it, and so the double play that wasn't turned will give the Blue Jays an extra out.
Oh, ball hit right back off the middle. Barney jumping on that first pitch. And Brian's little flip to Polanco. Polanco stepping, making sure he gets the second out.
Right off the tip of the webbing.
Yep, in and out of the glove.
And now Rogers with two down and a runner at first. Maile the batter. Outside ball one. One and 0 to Luke Maile.
Barney at first base, 7 stolen bases in 9 attempts.
Fouled back. Good cut by Maile.
Twins saw Maile a little bit when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays. Claimed off waivers from the, the Tampa Bay Rays. Claimed off waivers from the Rays. Toronto back in April.
Breaking ball left up high. Two and one. In the 6th inning, Barrios issued a leadoff walk. In the 7th inning, Buznitz with a 1-out walk. And now Rogers here in the 8th with a 1-out walk. Foul back, 2-2. Lavelli Neal, 3rd. Great baseball writer, former president of the Baseball Writers Association. Fielded that like it was a football. Two and two to Maile. Three and two. Now the runner at first. Barney will leave early.
He tried to backdoor him with that breaking ball. Is low.
Ureña's on deck. Vargas will hold the runner. Well, that should have been strike 3.
Yep.
Driven to right. Kepler there. Pulls it down for out number 3. The lead is preserved, and you're watching Twins baseball presented by State Farm.
Baseball is so much fun when it matters. Stay with us directly after this contest. We'll have Twins Live presented by Central Link. We'll take a look at another solid start at home for Jose Barrios. A near shutout except for a goofy bloop single that spoiled that. It's been a battle of the bullpens. Low-scoring game, lots of chances, but the bullpens have been rock solid. We'll show you how they have been able to maintain this tight game, and we'll also bring you inside the clubhouse to hear from the manager, Paul Mauter. Guys, he's had to make a lot of big decisions with that bullpen. So far, every move has worked out. We'll see if we can get a little insurance into the ninth.
That would be nice. Leonel Campos will pitch for the Jays in the eighth.
Yeah, Campos making his 11th appearance. You know, the Jays have left 11 men on base. They've had their opportunities, but credit to pitchers. They've made some good pitches when they've needed it.
Byron Buxton will lead off the eighth. He led off the sixth and popped up. Ref Schneider's in left. See if Byron tries to bunt here. Barney's in at second base. Thought about it, took ball one. Donaldson ready. He's starting at the edge of the grass at third base. With Buxton's speed, there's plenty of margin for error in his bunting. Saw him pop up a bunt last night and got a base hit. And now 2-0. There's a strike. 2-1. And check swing 3-1.
You know, fastball so far straight over the top. Campos.
Lyle getting loose.
He's walked 7 in 11 2/3 innings.
Byron's drawn 34 walks on the year. And he draws a leadoff walk here in the eighth.
So he asking for trouble.
Rosario will bat next, but John Gibbons will bring a new pitcher into the ballgame. Now you need to bring a left-hander in for a couple reasons. Rosario's a left-handed batter. That's the percentage move, but also want a left-hander to keep a closer eye on Buxton at first. Yep. Pitching change. runner during the pitching change. Buxton went in to look at some iPad video and information on the new pitcher. You can watch the drive to the pennant with MLB.TV every night on every device. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live, plus get a free subscription to At Bat Premium, the #1 app for live baseball. Blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV for details.
Yeah, veteran Aaron Loup coming into the ball game, making his 64th relief appearance. 59 strikeouts in 52 1/3 innings.
The Twins' 2-run fifth was built around walks. The Twins took 3 of them. They've taken a couple of walks, 3 walks since, including Buxton's leadoff walk here in the 8th. There's a bunt. Buxton will go to second. And Luke fires into the runner, and Rosario's safe.
You know, you hustle out of the box like Rosario, making a bang-bang play at first base. Luke throwing it right into the runner Rosario, or Smoke. Take a look right here. Smoke's right there. You got to throw it on the outfield side instead. It was right over the bag. Should be an error on Luke right there. Yeah, hit Rosario in the buttocks.
Sacrifice for Rosario, and then the error allowing him to gain first base. Here's Vargas with runners at first and second and nobody out.
Sacrifice, error on Luke.
Vargas's swing much quieter from the left side of the plate. He cracked a double his first time up. He's had a couple of strikeouts since, once right-handed, once left-handed. Tapper to short, should be 2. And on the play, Buxton to third.
Third double play the Twins have hit into. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. Any accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. Yeah, tailor-made 6-4-3 double play. Buxton that goes to third.
Blue Jay bench trying to get the attention of somebody in the outfield. Castro, the batter, 0 for 2 with a walk. Breaking ball missing inside. Another left-handed batter, Kepler's on deck. Two and 0.
See the delivery of Luke really steps toward that first baseline.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
That's crossfire right there. Never has to worry about stepping in somebody else's hole because nobody ever goes over there.
Maybe a right-handed pitcher might. Rolled to the Toronto dugout. 2-2.
Well, Luke came up in 2012 with the Blue Jays.
Two to Castro. Looking for an insurance run in the 8th. Checked his swing. Took it up high. 3-2. Kepler on deck.
And that crossfire, that high fastball at 94.
Close. up. Donaldson comes in, has an easy play to end the inning. It'll be the top of the Toronto batting order, facing Matt Belisle in a one-run ball game. Polanco's two-run single in the fifth, the result of getting 3 walks in the inning, and the only run-producing hit is holding up as we go to the 9th inning. The winning pitcher last night was Matt Belisle. He pitched an inning and 2/3 and ended up getting the win as the Twins won 3-1 last night. He'll try to make sure they win 2-1 tonight.
Well, you figure that's 5 outs, so he only threw 16 pitches, 12 for strikes. Right. So that's why Matt is out there with the off day on Monday. He didn't pitch on Tuesday. So Matt looking for his 8th save of the year.
In fact, he had 4 days off between appearances before last night. Arena.
Escobar in, take the bunt away in case.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Arena, then Donaldson and Smoke in the 9th. Yeah, he hooked it foul. The pitch was up around his chest.
I'm trying to tell you, if he didn't make contact, it would have hit him in the chest. Gonna go get a new bat. Take a look at his pitch.
Would have hit him in the ribs anyway. 0-2 to the September call-up. So imperative. This Toronto lineup has struggled to score runs, but there is power throughout. To keep the bases empty. Strike 3.
Well, Matt Belisle, he has really done a great job. Now, when Brandon Kinsler was traded, you know, who was going to be the closer? Well, Matt has really stepped up. Really has never been in that closer role before. A guy that started with the Cincinnati Reds back in 2003. The veteran taking it over, and he's done a great job. Donaldson.
In the right field corner, foul, 1 strike.
Well, Barrios got him a couple times on that good slider down, and that's where this pitch is right here. Urea striking out for the 3rd time in a ball game.
Donaldson's reached 3 times, 2 walks, a strikeout, and the pop fly single that drove in the only Toronto run so far. Tapper up the line foul, and Belisle gets ahead 2-0 or 0-2. Again, talking with Eddie Guardado, big Matt Belisle fan, because he understands the importance of location and getting ahead. You know, we talk about it in relation to a starting pitcher. Well, with every inning in a ball game, it's more important in the 7th inning to get ahead than it is in the 2nd inning, and certainly in the 9th.
He's got that calmness about him too. He's been in the game a long time.
0-2. 1-2. Been in professional baseball since 1999. Bounced into the shift. There's Dozier. Over to Vargas, 2 down.
Good slider down and away. Gets that ground ball out.
Jay Happ, another left-hander, going for the Blue Jays, and Bartolo Colon will go for the Minnesota Twins.
He's not Colon tomorrow. He's Big Sexy tomorrow.
Twins with a big promotion, and the hope is Colon will pitch a lot better than he did in his last start against Kansas City.
Big Sexy, get your rest.
Justin Smoke, 1 for 4. Strike 1.
You know, Matt spent most of his career, almost all of it, in the National League. So a lot of these guys, Smoke has never faced Belisle, or did Donaldson.
A deep drive to right, and it'll tie the game. 2-2. Smoke hitting his 38th of the year.
Oh, he went back to another slider, and it looked like it was down and in, and Smoke with that uppercut swing ties the game. So with 2 outs here in the top of the 9th, Justin Smoke ties it at 2 apiece.
And off the plate. And he's so powerful, if he puts the barrel on it, it's going to go. So if the Twins are going to win this game, it'll be another walk-off win. And now another dangerous hitter in Bautista. Last night, it was Hedges' late home run in the 8th inning that tied the game at 1. 1-0 to Bautista. Two and 0. Center field. Buxton ranges over to the gap. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Tied. And Max Kepler will lead it off for the Twins. can still hit home runs, and Justin Smoke hit a big one to tie the game at 2. And we go to the bottom of the 9th. Max Kepler will lead things off, and then Dozier and Mauer.
And Aaron Loop still out there for the Blue Jays.
Kepler held out of the lineup because Brett Anderson, a left-handed starter, was starting for Toronto, and Kepler usually sits when there's a left-handed starter. Now trying to get a big hit against a left-handed reliever.
Hit him.
That's a good way to get first base. Kepler is aboard to start the bottom of the 9th. It was last time Kepler got hit by a pitch, it was a walk-off plunking.
Yeah, Loop was asked to get one hitter out, and he tried a breaking ball, and it ended up hitting the back end of Kepler.
So Kepler's aboard. John Gibbons with the walk to the mound that gets slower with every year. And Loop will leave with the winning run at first and nobody out. Tonight it was the 10th inning when Eddie Rosario did this. It was tied at 1, and then suddenly it was 3-1 Twins. And now in the 9th inning, a leadoff man has been hit, put aboard with a hit batsman, and now Dozier, Mauer, Polanco, somebody can step up and be a hero again tonight. Twins have had 4 walk-off wins, counting the one last night.
Yeah, 26-year-old Carlos Ramirez coming in, making his 7th appearance. He's been almost unhittable.
He has been in his last 22 at-bats. He hasn't given up a hit.
A total 9 innings, only 1 hit allowed. Couple walks, 9 strikeouts.
Boy, it's going to be tempting if he keeps bringing that left leg up high like that. Kepler can steal a base. Fly ball left field. Coming in is Refsnyder. And it's the shortstop Arena making the catch, 1 away. Kepler at first, 1 down, and now Mauer, who has tapped out to second twice, singled and walked. Mauer with one of the walk-off hits way back in May, a walk-off home run to the bullpen. Ramirez getting another batter out. That's 23 straight batters without allowing a hit.
Yeah, in their notes they say he has not allowed an earned run over 46 2/3 innings covering AA, AAA, and here with the Blue Jays.
See if the Twins move Kepler with 1 out. Big leg kick again, and there's a strike over the inside corner.
You know what he could do, though, is give up a couple hits because the runner at first is not his.
It's an inherited runner.
Right.
All those scoreless innings, you'd think he'd be due. And strike 2.
Like a little slider right there.
I don't know what's going through Ramirez's mind right now, but this at bat is just starting for him. Sharply hit.
Wow.
And a double play. Barney started a double play, the 4th the Twins have been into, and for the 2nd night in a row, we'll go to a 10th inning. Scoring ball game, another nail biter. Keep the antacid pills close by. It's going to get worse, folks. Wild card race showing you the Twins are 3.5 behind the Yankees, who won handily today. The Angels are trailing 2-1 in the middle innings in Anaheim. And the Mariners beat the Rangers. The Royals lost. The Orioles lost. So opportunity for the Twins to pick up some ground on their closest pursuers. Closest pursuer being the Angels, and they are trailing right now.
Well, Dylan G will get the top of the 10th inning. Last time he pitched 3 shutout innings against the Royals last Sunday. And the Royals 11-3 win, but he pitched outstanding. 32 pitches, 24 for strikes. Has to get 3 quick outs here. He's a guy that can go deeper in the ball game if needed.
Morales, Pilar, and Refsnyder due up here in the 10th. Morales with a walk, ground ball, a fly ball, and a strikeout. Fastball, strike 1. What we've seen from G, both as a reliever and a starter, the ability to pitch well one time through the batting order. Now that suits him well in long relief, not so much as a starting pitcher. Cracked foul, 0-2.
Very aggressive on the mound. He has that hurry type of delivery. Watch right there.
Breaking ball got him.
And a good one.
So a quick strikeout of Morales. You wanted 3 quick outs, I believe I heard you say.
Yes, I did.
That can't be much quicker than that, can you?
Well, sometimes, you know, you can fool that hitter by deception of how quick you are. Look at his delivery. And you see the different pitches. Good breaking ball right there ahead in the count.
And now Pilar will bat a single and 4 trips. Hit a warning track fly ball to left in the 6th. Driven to the gap. And down for a hit. Rosario fires. Here's the throw, and the runner coming to second. Pilar is safe at second. A 1-out double. And the Blue Jay fans have hope with 1 out in the 10th.
Rosario, good throw, strong as he could do it right there. Pilar, of course, very good speed. Gets the gap. And a good strong throw. Short hops by, and he has to wait for that little short hop. It allows Pilar to get that right foot on the bag and keep it there. So Pilar picks up his 2nd hit on his 35th double of the year.
Michael Saunders is hitting in what was Refschneider's spot. Go ahead run at second, 1 down. And G wants to talk it over with Castro. Homestand started with the Twins coasting to a 16-0 win.
Saunders started this season with the Philadelphia Phillies. They released him in late June. Then he signed with the Blue Jays.
Tapper, right side. Dozier to Vargas, and on to third goes Pilar. Now Darwin Barney will hit. Barney hit what could have been a double play grounder. Hit it to Dozier, but Polanco's throw a bit errant, and Vargas didn't catch it at first, and the inning continued. No harm was done. Breaking ball off the plate. One and 0. To the right field corner, it'll twist foul and go back in the seats. 1-1. I think you're right. I think there's something about G's delivery. It's a rapid delivery, and Barney that time looked like he was sitting on a fastball, and it was what, 92, whatever it was, but he was late on it.
Yeah.
Because the ball sneaked up on him. And it sounds like that would be something that you'd be able to catch on to the second time through the order. 1-1. Breaking ball, tap, left side. Polanco has it, fires to first, inning over. And G pitches around the 1-out double. 10th. Twins are going to send up Polanco, Escobar, Buxton, and like last night, if somebody reaches, Eddie Rosario will hit 4.
Yeah, Luis Santos coming into the ball game, making just his 4th appearance for the Blue Jays. 8 1/3 innings, only 5 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts.
He's been a 2-inning guy for the Blue Jays, 3 appearances, each of them going 2 innings plus. Saunders becomes the 3rd left fielder for the Blue Jays tonight. And it'll be Polanco, Escobar, and Buxton at least here in the 10th. Oh, it says that all 3 of them have to hit either. Twins with 4 walk-off at-bats. 2 home runs, including the Rosario one last night. A walk-off sacrifice fly and a walk-off hit batter. Polanco's reached his last 2 times up. Drove in 2 runs with a single in the 5th, then walked on the 7th. Tonight it's your turn. Who's your call?
Let's see. I have to feel it. I haven't felt it yet.
Okay. And he has got the tub of double bubble ready. Outside ball 1. Santos just called up earlier this September. He's been a part of a good bullpen, obviously, for the Blue Jays. And a strike 1-1.
The scouting report: fastball, curveball, and a changeup.
One to Polanco. 2-1. Pretty good breeze blowing in from right field.
Yeah, Twins have drawn 7 walks here tonight, and they have given the Blue Jays 6 walks.
And yet there are just 4 runs on the board. Polanco pops it up. Retreating is Arena, and he'll make the catch 1 away. We'll bring up Escobar. Escobar looking for his first hit. He hit a ball hard in the 5th inning, but he lined into a double play. Missing inside, ball 1. Astros leading the Angels 2-1, bottom of the 5th inning. Fall back 1-1.
He used to throw one of those curveballs down and in to allow Escobar to
hit a 2-iron out of here.
Yeah.
Do you even make 2-irons anymore?
I don't have one in my bag.
A hybrid. 1-1. Fouled away into the seats down the left field line. Buxton hoping it does not have a chance to be a hero in the 10th. That would mean Escobar took care of it himself. 1-2. Foul. Cracked his bat. Stuck the bat out. Kept the bat alive. Escobar's got plenty of pop. 18 home runs on the year. Hitting cleanup for a reason. Got him. 2 down. And Buxton will have his chance.
Yeah, looked like he got all fastballs right there. Santos picks up a strikeout.
Twins haven't had a hit since Rosario's single in the 6th.
Sinking fastball there. Had a little bit of dip on it.
Buxton singled to center in the second, struck out, popped up, and walked. Outside ball one. A drive to left field. It is back. It is deep. Gone! Byron Buxton walks it off.
How about that? How about that? In last night's ball game, 2 outs. It was Rosario. Here tonight with 2 outs, it's Byron Buxton. And the magic continues.
Unable to take batting practice because of a sore left hand. He clobbers home run number 15. And the Twins have back-to-back walk-off wins.
Well, Santos, a breaking ball. That's the one I wanted Escobar to hit. And Buxton knew it. And so did Santos. How about that? Two dramatic wins back to back for the Twins in the 10th inning with 2 outs.
And so much more impressive than the 16-0 bloodbath they enjoyed 2 nights ago. Kevin Gorg is with tonight's hero.
Back-to-back nights, we walk off with a home run. Byron, take us to that batter's box. What's your thought process there? 2 outs, nobody on. What are you thinking?
You know, just try to go out there and try not to do too much, you know. You know, just see the pitch up and put a good swing on it. You know, he left a pitch up in the zone that I can handle.
Now, when you get that ball and you hit it like you did, what's the immediate rush through your body when you know this one might have a chance?
It's incredible. You know, any way we can get a win, you know, that's what we're trying to do. So, you know, it's a lot of excitement going on right now, a lot of happiness. So we just got to keep it going.
You're playing a Toronto team that plays well here. They tied up late in the ball game. That can be a heartbreaking situation. What'd you guys talk about in the dugout to stay positive?
You know, just go out there and try not to do too much. Keep within ourselves and not change.
How great does it feel to win these games the way you're winning? When it matters most in September, to walk off winners like you did the last 2 nights, what does that mean for your confidence right now as a young team? That's okay, right? We'll take that. We'll take that. But what does it mean for your confidence to win games the way you're winning them right now?
You know, it's out the roof. You know, fans got a lot to do with that. They would stay behind us through the whole game. So, you know, got to give it up to the fans as well.
Incredible second half you've had in the batter's box. Fitting that you win it tonight. Way to go, Byron.
Thank you.
Byron Buxton, boom, there it goes, Tom Hanneman. This young team continues to find ways to win games in dramatic fashion.
The Twins' walk-off win week continues thanks to Byron Buxton. His blast delivers in the 10th. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll review the game winner, talk about the battle of the bullpens tonight as well.